Welcome everyone to another live match with the Average Angler. Today is a bit of a double whammy. First of all, we are here for the £100 Costcutter challenge. I've only got £30 left in the kitty. Just given £15 of that to John, so I've only got £15 left, so I really need a result today. Paying first and second on carp, first and second on silvers. So maybe I'll pick one of them two. I've drawn peg 7, which isn't one of the most phenomenal pegs on the lake, but the peg 8's not in, which can help. So let me talk you through what I've set up. All the way down there was a tree. It's normally it's a bit close to peg 8 than it is to peg 7, but obviously peg 8's not in, so I'm going to fish all the way down it towards it, 14.5 metres, 16 metres really to get to it. I could have set up more tighter to this edge of this big peg, but obviously I've got this boat in the way, and I could have moved it, but it's full of water, it's heavy, and I couldn't be bothered, so I'm just going to fish here. It's sort of, I've gone and plumbed it up at the bottom of the slope there, and I'll have a look down there reasonably early, just have a quick look with not a lot of bait in case there's fish sitting there, and then I'll look to use that as my sort of margin line for the end. I've gone out to 14.5 metres in the middle where I'll ping pellets, fish up and down, or on the deck and flicking the rig around, and then just in front of me on the edge of this reflection of these trees, there's been a bit odd, there's been bubbles and signs of fish there all the time, so I'm going to start there, tap some pellet in on a toss pot perhaps just to start off, put a rig over it, see if I get any bites, and then if it's good I can throw bait over it or whatnot. So that'll be my first sort of half an hour line and see how it goes, and then after that I'm going to make my mind up whether I switch over to the 14.5 metre line where I can ping, or we'll have a quick look down this edge like I said I was going to, and also I've got a method feeder set up over there, but my pellets ain't quite ready yet. Right guys, I'm still on this short line, just had to start on it. I've had two little skimmers out, two skimmers. Just tapping in, just dropping in 4mm. MB1s I'm fishing, the MB1s, so they're a sweet flavoured coppingsy sort of pellet, and fishing a 6mm up. I landed two and lost one, little skimmers. I wonder if they were carp or not. I started off on 4mm, so I thought it might be skimmers. I'm trying to keep positive rather than put. I could, if I wanted to really go for it on the skimmers, I could start putting micros in a fish maggot. That's an option I've got. But at the minute I just want to see if I can sort out some sort of slightly better stamp skimmers. So on the 2 hour update, just under 2 hours, about an hour and 50 minutes, hour and 45 minutes, something like that. And I'm not a carp. Not even far up to carp, or an indication of anything that I think is a carp. You saw me fishing short on that line early on. I had a couple of skimmers off it, I've had a couple more since, and I've messed about feeding different things there, but I can't really line them up. I've got about 4 or 5 total. So after that I went out, I've been pinging on the long line, fed a bit on the long line. On the pole, one on the bottom there, not had an indication at all. Gone down to this long left line to the bush, and I was thinking, right, let's try some corn. I don't want to put a lot of bait down there, I feel like it's good for later and I don't want to ruin it. So I've gone down there with sort of 15 grains of corn, tapped them in through the pot. Sat over the top of that for 15 minutes, not even an indication on it. I've flitted between this short line and this long line, trying different bits and bobs. That's not really happened, so I've just chucked the feeder out. It's my first chuck on the feeder. Tip's a little bit higher out the water than I'd like it to be, but that's because I'm higher off the water than I want to be. And I ain't got a rest that's right for the job. Yeah, I'm pretty low in confidence it's going to go round. I've just put some little 2mm around it, got a pink wafter on. Clipped it up to the island earlier. There's signs of fish there, so I shall give it a couple of 10-minute chucks here and there and see if we can nick one. Try and get a bit closer and a bit tighter. But it's looking less and less likely in my mind that we're going to get one early on. Oh God, it's 2 o'clock. We start at 10:30, so we're 3.5 hours in. And we've just upped something down to this margin down to the left, so I've gone around all my lines, I just can't get a bite on anything. So what I've done, just put 2 big pots of maggots down on this edge. It's a bit earlier than I would normally have done this. But something's turned up down there. And it was coming out the edge really easy a minute ago. You know, a bit like it was a small skimmer, but now it's woke up. I'm just going to break the pole down into 2 because I need to follow this fish out. I still don't think it's a big fish. I feel like it's probably a smaller carp. Got 3 maggots in a band, 3 dead maggots in a band. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad a fish at all. And then big pot of maggots down the edge. I've also put a big pot of maggots out on the long line, which is 14.5 metres as well. I fish 14.5 metres down to the left and 14.5 metres straight in front of me, same rig because it's the same depth. So I can switch between the 2 if I need to. I've got to be careful. It's got 3 pints of maggots with me and I can put in big pots in. I can't do that over 2 lines. Not this early in the match. I've still got 2.5 hours to go if this keeps happening, if I keep catching doing this. I suspect this might be slightly foul up, this fish. Yeah, it's a small fish foul up. In the front flipper, I think. Yeah. So as ever with Shiplate, it's just taking us a while to get the carp feeding. We've got one. Way behind a few people. A few people catching carp, so we're way behind. But we've been here before, we've just got to keep ticking away and see if we can pull something back. Just going to put half a pot in after each fish. And just see if that's enough to keep them coming. There's a few fish in the area, I think. It's just a case of I'll work out how to get them hooked in the mouth. I did hook a foul hooked an eel on this line. So far we're just foul hooking everything. And I might take the I'm thinking I might set the band off and just hook the maggots. Indication there. Small fish, oh no, it's a small fish. It's not tiny, but it's not massive. Is it a small carp or a tench or a skimmer or something? Skimmer, I think, maybe. Good skimmer. It's turned into a small carp, I think. Yeah, it's a small carp. Or a tench maybe, a small carp. No. This little brand new one, still got the curtain in his mouth. He's only a little 3 pounder, isn't he? He ain't even quite 3, I don't think. Big skimmer, big skimmer. Well, I say big skimmer, he's not that big, but nice. He's a nice skimmer. That's a carp. That is a carp. It is not a skimmer. It's a big carp. Might be a grass carp or something. Break down so that I can chase this fish back out as he wakes up, because he's a big boy. Real big fish this is. Sorry about the noise, that's my phone going. Whoever's ringing me is going to have to wait because I can't answer it while this is on. Know what we want. And boyos. He's just waddled in, isn't he? He's just waddled in, he's not even tried anything. He's a big fish, it's double. I'm going to say £11. Or maybe he's £14. Thank you very much, £14. Right then guys, got about 40 minutes to go if that. Really caught much more. I think I've had one more big carp since I spoke to you last. Messing about, trying different things. I had a few skimmers on the line in front of me, but there's no big carp there, so what I've done is just check the plumbing down on this line because it's weird, I weren't catching anything. I'll work out why I weren't catching anything. And sure enough, I've dug the bottom out of the rig, got upset by something, so I can go the bait in. Just put a pot on so that I can literally, there's loads and loads of fish there, so what I want to try and do is just bring the fish straight to me quickly, hook it, land it, next one. So I've got a biggish pot on. That's what I'm trying to do. I've just hooked a nice fish now. I'm going to be rushing these fish a little bit, try and get myself. I'm on £30 at the minute. I'm going to try and get another 50 before the end. But we'll see. This is a big fish. Seems to be hooked fairly because he's pretty under control. Touch wood. Hopefully we can net him quite quickly. We're going to be quite, I could say, quite positive in our way we play these fish. Big fish this is, I think, a little better fish. I think it's one of the little tiny ones that we've been having. Not quite want to get his head up, does he? He's not that big. He's not a double, but he's probably £6 or £7, so it's a good start towards our, towards us getting another £50 in the bag. Point the elastic at the fish trick. Look, he was in, but he swam back out again. He's in this time. He's bigger than what he was. Noticed if you point the elastic at the fish, they just come straight in sometimes. So that's what we want. Some of them proper ones. Proper ones that are sort of, what's the £8? I'd say maybe. Might squeeze 8, might squeeze 7 out a bit. Definitely 7, might go 8. I swear, see how good I am. 9, nearly 10. Right, so let's see if we can repeat that, or whether we've got to put a big pot in. Let's put 3 maggots on. Still seems to be a few bubbles out there, so there's still fish there. Nice big standout up bait. Fill the 3/4, fill that pot. Don't want the maggots pouring out the top. A little bit more than 3/4, but that's fine. Dunk it, that'll stop them coming out, bouncing out on the way out. Ship out as fast as we can. Checking a few sections on the way out. I'm just tapping that out. Right where my float is. And then just hoping for a decent positive bite pretty quickly. Gone. Oh, there's a few fish there now. See if we can do some bagging. Doesn't feel quite as big as the last one. Straight into me. Got any elastic out, not even pulled, not even stripped. A small carp. I'll take him. About 3 pounder. 3 or 4 pounder. I'm going to weigh him, I'm just going to click him free. It's gone again. It's gone again. This is in the mouth, this was a weird bite. Itself, this fish is. It's a good fish, this one, I think. A little 3 pounder. I think it's one of the big wallaby ones. Do me point it at him trick and just keep them. I'll point it at him, I'll make sure if it ever pings off, it doesn't come at me, it comes into the net. And quite often I find this big fish will just come in if you point it straight at him. You can strip a bit so that you can get them into the net. This is a big fish, I think. Yes, a nice fish, double. Nice big low double. And he's in. That's what we want, you don't even know he's been hooked. He's a big boy, he is. You're going to fill this net up, that's for sure. He's gone 12. Try to feed on top of it, but the wind is not letting me do what I want. We got away with it. Looks something pretty quickly. It does seem to be the secret today. To have the rig in the water when you feed. Yeah, good fish this is. It's coming towards me, which is a problem. I'm gonna pop that off. Right under the ass, I can't get an angle on him. I think he's big, actually. It's hard to tell. Let's fight it for me. For a second that might have been a eel. Feisty little so and so this one is. It's coming up, isn't it? All in one motion. Before too late, bro. What, £9 that is? Is that right? Indication. Not that one though. There, isn't they? This fish is quite really easy. There's a skimmer. Skimmer or something this is. £4 I've been having. Get off it. Like every chick this year that's been hatched on the fisheries actually managed to make it to a young adult. A lot. Oops. There's a lot of ducks today. Young ducks. This could be the one that does hits the target. Oh, I felt big and now it feels tiny. That's the snag. Now it's a snag. But there's a snag all along. Some branches under that tree. Near that tree. It's probably not done the swim any favours dragging that through it. Little tiny thing's got hold of it. Nice roach. Dog, nice good. Oh, that's a proper fish, not a roach. I think it's another small one. You never can tell. Sometimes these big ones just waddle in and they feel small and they're £9. Sometimes they feel small, they are small. You little one. A little £3, isn't he? Two minutes.